So Jay, not only are you going to get the chance to see the low roof semi, but you're going to get a chance to tow it.
All right, let's do it. Oh, this trailer?
Yeah.
Tesla semi-truck was the recent star of Jay Leno's Garage, in which the former late-night host showcased how well it drives and the capabilities of the ground-up reimagining of trucking. From super tight U-turns to instant power and torque, Jay seemed really impressed. The semi-truck has been a long work in progress, and to date, just under 70 have been made, and most of us assume that is likely for testing with their first customer, PepsiCo. Recent evaluation with the North American Council for Freight Efficiency revealed some performance figures Tesla fans have been curious of, since most of this endeavor has been hush-hush. But one of the test trucks showed that it was able to travel well over 400 miles with a load without requiring a charge. Though the design of the truck was focused on efficiency, maneuverability, and power, it also had a focus on driver convenience, with a centered seating position, great visibility with a typical Tesla camera layout, and drive-by-wire features for comfort. But that kind of brings into question, why is there a bunch of cameras all over this thing? You'd figure one or two on the side can prevent blind spots, but the truck is known to have at least 10 cameras. So can we expect a full self-driving Tesla semi-truck in the near future? Well, let's see what Pepsi had to say about that when CNBC asked them in an interview.
A couple of years ago.
The trucks Pepsi received don't have autonomous features activated yet.
The autonomous functionality of Tesla is not spec'd for these vehicles. They have the hardware capability. We'll get to that down the road as an additional capability.
With the Pepsi supply chain vice president all but confirming these trucks are equipped with the hardware for autonomy, and that it will eventually be of interest to the company to see it activated down the line, it puts this next bit of news in better context. Another influential union is making headlines in its battle against autonomy, and it happens to be the largest union in the country. I'm speaking of the Teamsters, who recently notched a win against UPS management with a newly ratified contract. Now, the Teamsters, who represent hundreds of thousands of truck drivers, has a bone to pick with GM-backed Cruise, and specifically Cruise's effort to get an exemption to remove steering wheels and pedals from its newest line of autonomous vehicles that they dubbed Origin. The Teamsters know that if Cruise can get an exemption from the federal government safety regulations, then it will be a slippery slope for human drivers of commercial vehicles and their jobs. But what Cruise is doing is actually a favor for Tesla. Their efforts in self-driving robotaxis are setting a precedent, especially a legal one, that Tesla can follow suit once they release their $25,000 next-generation vehicle, which Elon fought hard to have the steering wheel and pedals removed from. I'm very sympathetic with the plight of labor in this country, especially those at risk due to advancements in technology. As a graphic designer, the recent mass adoption of graphic designing AI programs like Midjourney and DALL-E has put a squeeze on graphic positions all over the world. No longer do customers have to seek out a designer or an artist, shell out money for unknown amounts of hours of work, and then negotiate how many revisions they get before the price increases. All a person looking for design work has to do is go to Bing and type into a chat box what they're looking for, and presto, free artwork from scratch in seconds, exactly how they envisioned it. It's an easy extrapolation. If you're a truck driver or an Uber driver, if AI can revolutionize an industry that felt it was immune to disruption because art is only something humans can do, then the professional and commercial drivers see the writing on the wall. The Teamsters see it as well. In the recent Cruise Origin drama was only but the most recent of their issues.
Now, another bill the governor vetoed today would have required human operators on board autonomous trucks. This is video from a rally in support of the bill just Tuesday. Teamsters, public safety officials, and lawmakers had supported the bill, saying that the technology was not safe enough. And in his explanation, the governor says that the bill would ban testing of autonomous trucks, adding that the DMV continuously monitors the testing and operations of autonomous vehicles on California roads and has the authority to suspend or revoke permits as necessary to protect the public's safety.
With the risk of their members' jobs in mind, the Teamsters went hard, lobbying for a proposal that would ban driverless trucks. The bill would actually make it through California's legislative branch all the way to Governor Gavin Newsom's desk to sign, but innovation won the day and he ultimately vetoed the bill. This attempt at stifling autonomous driving wasn't the first battle they fought. The war against autonomy started in 2017, conveniently when Tesla and Mercedes were developing their semi-trucks. The same month that Reuters broke the story that Tesla was developing a self-driving semi-truck was when the Teamsters successfully removed heavy-duty trucks from a bill named the Self-Drive Act that would allow up to 100,000 autonomous vehicles on the road. They might have won that first skirmish, but from the looks of things, the war against autonomy is one they'll likely eventually lose. The reason for that? It's a tight-knit association of self-driving technology and electric vehicles. And with the current administration being quite biased towards green tech, these software-based electric vehicles, both trucks and cars, are inevitable.